Hi, this video is to help you learn how to navigate our course website. When you open up your Learn website, you should open up to a page called the Announcements. This is a place where I will be periodically posting announcements for you. Please do make sure that you check the announcements page each time you log in, as any changes to the course calendar, to due dates, anything like that will be posted here. The newest announcements will always come here at the top. Now, a couple of things to notice. On this sidebar, you're going to see a whole lot of buttons, but they're divided up into some different sections. This top section is going to be kind of the logistical aspects of our course. This is where you're going to find a selection of videos that will help orient you to what this course is going to be like, and this Start Here button is where you'll find those. You should be completing these for Wednesday, the 20th of January. Anytime throughout the semester that you need to check the course syllabus or calendar, you can access these under this button. When you go in, you'll find both files available for you to open and read. There's also a list of frequently asked questions that will help you, get some of the basics. In addition to the textbooks that we'll be using for the course, which you can find on the syllabus, we'll also have some supplemental readings, which can be found here. I've provided these ones for you, so all of these are accessible for you to read. If you'd like to participate in virtual office hours, which allows you to chat live with me, you'll be able to access those through this virtual office hours link. The course dashboard provides a different way of looking at the course, a different arrangement, but all of the content will be the same, even if you're viewing it this way. This second set of buttons here are going to be the materials of our course. This first is labeled Assignments, and it has both the 3 major projects that we'll be completing, as well as the reflective letter and the free write journal assignment. The artwork analysis presentation is another piece that you're going to be completing, and those are all going to be found in this assignments piece. When you open this up, you'll notice that there are attached files for each of them. The project's instructions will be found under this attached file. If you need to submit the project, you're going to use this large link, click on it, so that you can then go in and attach the file that you want to submit. You can come in here far earlier than when you want to submit the file though, and you should, because this is how you view the grading rubric. You'll notice that there's a button here for View Rubric. When you click on that, it'll bring up the grading rubric that I will be using when I grade your paper. Please do make sure to read through these, as they'll help you understand my expectations for your work. This is also the way that you'll be coming in when you want to view my feedback after an assignment has been graded. Again, you'll go in and you'll view the rubric, but this time my comments and my selections of points will be entered in there. Additionally, in addition to these assignments, there's 3 different projects broken out. Weeks 1 through 6 is Project 1, weeks 7 through 11, Project 2, and weeks 12 through 16, Project 3. If you go into these, and we'll start in Project 1 because that's where we are, you'll notice that there's a separate folder for each week to help you organize and stay on track. Let's go into week 3 just as an example. Now, each week is going to be set up exactly the same. You'll see a checklist that's broken down into the day with a list of what you need to do that day. You'll then be able to see there are 3 folders, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the 3 days on which you will have things to complete. If you go into one of those folders, you will find the links and the activities that are listed here that you need to complete on that day. So when you go into the folder, you'll see that I've asked you to read Compose, Design, and Advocate, pages 118 through 123. There is a link to the Christabel reading because it's one of the supplemental readings. You have a link to the free write journal where you will go in and complete your free write journal entry for Monday. And then there's also discussion boards where you'll respond to some questions about Christabel, the reading for today, as well as comment on peers' posts from the previous reading, which was Bisclavret. In addition, I've asked you to complete an MLA documentation activity here that allows you to practice working on citing an MLA. So these are what are due week 3 on Monday. You'll be able to access all of those pieces here. Now, you can also at any time access your free write journal through this free write journal link. When you come in here, you'll click on your free write journal and you'll see all of the instructions as well as the list of quotations with the matching dates. So for example, if today was the 27th of January, you would be using this quotation. Additionally, if you want to go into any of the discussion boards, they'll be linked on the day that they're required, but you can also click on the discussion board link and see a whole list of them all. And you'll be able to click on and enter the discussion board that way. At any point, if you want to check your overall grade in the course, you'll want to use the My Grades link. Now, the next section here are really helpful resources for you to be successful in this class. We're going to be working a lot with multimodality, meaning that you're going to be using more than one mode to create your assignments. Because sometimes this can include technology, I've included a selection of tutorial videos with some of the more common technology pieces in case you want to familiarize yourself. So there's Google Sites, a Jing, which is a program similar to what I'm using for this video, Windows Movie Maker, iMovie, Audacity, as well as a tutorial on how to do MLA citation and formatting. Now, these are certainly not the only tools that you can use, nor are these the only tutorials available. A simple Google search or a YouTube search for any kind of technology tutorial will generally produce some very helpful results. So please feel free to branch out beyond what I've provided here. Additionally, I provided you with a gallery of samples to show you some examples from previous students. So the Critical Research Project, for example, has quite a few different examples here that you can browse and see what other students before you have done. This final section, Online Writing Lab, University Libraries, Support Ticket, and How to Use Learn, are also just helpful resources for you. The Online Writing Lab is the online version of the Writing Center that UNM provides free to students, and you will be using this at least 3 times throughout the semester, once for each of the 3 major projects. Now, on the days that you are required to submit to the Online Writing Lab, there will be a link within that specific day's folder. But if you ever want to submit anything else, you can also just come down here and click on this link to go to their website. The University Libraries provides a link to the University Libraries main page, which will be useful when you're researching. These last 2 buttons provide technical support, some simple frequently asked questions on how to use Learn, and if you have any technical aspects of Learn that aren't working, you're able to create a support ticket and get help from technology services. Please do realize that if it's a course content question, that's something you'll want to ask me. But if it's a technical question, that's something you'll want to ask the technology department for. If you do have course content questions that are general and would be useful for other students to know as well, you'll want to post those here in the Writer's Lounge. This is a space where you can ask me general questions for clarification, aspects like that. Please realize that this is a public forum, so this is a good place for general questions that other students would also benefit from seeing the answers to. If you have specific questions about your project, your grade, for example, those will need to be emailed directly to me so that it is a private correspondence. If you are posting questions here in the Writer's Lounge, please do make sure that the question hasn't previously been posted and answered. Go ahead and read through what is there first, and if your question hasn't, click on Create Thread to add your new question. You'll be able to add a subject line and then type in what your question is as well. You'll hit Submit and your question will pop up there. Now, if you have any other questions about how to use Learn, this will be the space where you should now go ahead and post them, and I'll work on responding to those. Otherwise, if all of this is clear, go ahead and navigate back to that Start Here button to finish those activities.